Okay, can't find my way home. Sort of easy and not so easy. So let's break it down. We'll start with the basic chords. Now I'm in drop D. And I believe if you listen to the original, that at least one of the guitarists, it's Steve Winwood and Eric Clapton, one of them's in drop D. Because you can hear that D going. So even though it's in drop D, it actually starts on this chord, which is called this. You can call it a million things. Some people play it like this. I just play it 2 fingers. 3rd fret of the A string, 3rd fret of the B string. It's called a D over C, or a C add 9. And then the next chord, you keep the 3rd fret of the B and you drop to the 2nd fret of the A. That's a G over B. And then you keep the 3rd fret of the B and you drop to the 1st fret of the A. That's called a G minor over B flat. Whoa. And then back to a D. So you've got this, this. And I would advise, if you're unsure of these chords, just strum through them until you get your left hand going, rather than trying to do all the picking and everything all at once. And so after you do that, back to D, and then it goes F. Now F would normally be this or this, but because we've dropped this 2 frets worth, that's a whole step, your F note is now here. So you play that with your ring finger, and then you play the B and the G strings, 1st fret, 2nd fret from the F chord. I'm just leaving that D open. You can go if you want. I like just leaving it open. And then slide it to, that's your G. So it's F, G, D. And that whole thing repeats. Now I'm going to list these chords down in the description, so you'll be able to see it. Just ain't got D the time. E minor. Now in E minor, all I'm doing is taking the E minor chord, which is this, and moving it up to the A and the low E string. It's an E minor 7th. And you can either just go 6-4 with this hand, or drop all the way down to the G string. And G, so that's the G we did earlier, 3rd fret on the B, 4th fret on the G, and 5th fret on the low E. And my way home. So what's that? G. Now, this is an F sharp minor, and we're just doing this. It's actually, I've played it as a over F sharp, but here's the 4th fret on the low E, 2nd fret on the G, 3rd fret on the B. Can't find my... You don't even need that B because I'm just pinching those two, the 6th and the 3rd, and then my thumb hits the D. Can't find my, and then away. That's just the 2nd fret on the low E, and everything else is open. Let's look at the finger picking. So you should be able to finger pick before attempting this, because this is a lot to get if you can't do that. But so the basic pick. 1, 2, and 3. So I'm starting out middle 4 strings. All right, so my thumb's on 5 and 4. You can go, I like to include that high string instead. And then the F, and the G. So there your thumb goes back to the 6th and the 4th. So just taking that part, making it a little more complicated, I'm going. So my picking. So I'm playing 2nd, 3rd, and then open 1st. Same rhythm, then I'm dropping. B string. And I'm sliding up on the G. So when I get to that, back to the D, I'll just hit the low D string first. And then I'll do the pinch on the 2nd beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. So again, last phrase is. Next part, the sort of bridge, whatever you want to call it, the refrain, is G, near the end, A7, G, some point. You don't have to do any of that fancy stuff. You can just go near the end, and I, A7, just ain't got the time. Especially if you're singing. Nobody cares. So G near the end, and you'll see I'm throwing that high string in occasionally, and then the D. Same trick. I'll just hit this first. I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. So the pinch is now on the 2nd beat, not the 1st. It's not. It's 1. The other thing I'll do, I don't know if I did it on this video, I don't think I did. When I get to the A7th, I'll do this little... One of my earlier videos, I have this thing called the harmony shuffle, which is kind of a little bluesy riff, and I'll throw that in. I'll go, near the end, and I just ain't got. This doesn't change at all, the right hand. Then E minor, well, I'm wasted. So you're on 6 and 4 or 6 and 3. If you go to for the third string, excuse me, with your thumb, you got to move these guys down to the first two strings. I'm wasted and I can't find my way home. All right, now that middle section, if you want to play the melody, it's the here near the end. So I'm going like this. So just left hand, 5th fret on the low string, 7th fret on the high string. Then you gotta go to the 5th fret. So there's some juggling going on there. You can see what I do is I bring start out with my index on this low string. Then I bring my ring finger over to that. So I can make the reach of that 5th fret to 3rd fret on the first string, and then the A. So that's all A. My right hand is just doing the 5th and the 4th string. That's an A sus4, which is the 3rd fret of the B string. Then back to the D. And then E minor. Well, I'm wasted, I can't. So there's my G. Can't. And then open E. Can't find my. Sorry, that's where I do the my way. I'm sorry. Can't find my. That's your D over F sharp. My, which is 4th fret on the low E, 2nd fret on the G, 3rd fret on the B. Can't find my way. There, I'm just the 2nd fret of the low E and 3rd fret of the B. So start out basic chords, then work your way into the picking. It's a good one. Have fun.